Fine. Let's start now with the second type of elementary signal. It is sinusoidal signal. As I have told you, every elementary signal will be looking at both continuous and discrete time. So first, let's see what is a continuous time sinusoidal signal. See, we have that conception. Sinusoidal means sin theta or sin omega t. Sinusoidal means which varies like that. Okay, sinusoidal wave. You can see in the figure here in the below. Sinusoidal waves are like this. So it includes both sine as well as cosine. Okay, you can see here the difference between sine and cosine. Anybody know this? What's the difference? You can look and tell me what is the difference in this sine theta or sine t and cos t. I think you people are very much aware of this phase and all electrical. You study this. So what is this? What is the difference between the sine and cos signals? I have drawn here. Just try to compare what the difference you find. Yep, somebody has answered amplitude. Okay, amplitude is varying in both. It's not the amplitude. Maybe you know the answer, but you're not putting it properly. It's not the amplitude, it's the time. Just try to compare both the signals. What is the value? See here, amplitude value at 0 here. It is maximum, but here the amplitude value at 0 is minimum. And in short, if I observe both the signals and if I tell this is a sine omega, this is cos omega, sine is antisymmetric signal. Antisymmetric here. If you just flip it, mirror image if you take, it will be negative. For cos, it is symmetric. Check here. Let me just be clear. For cos, see this right hand side and check this left hand side. Both are the mirror images exactly. If you flip it, you try to draw this on a paper, you fold that paper exactly at the vertical line. They both coincide. So it is cos signal is symmetric. But however, sine signal is antisymmetric. Fine, coming to our discussion. So what is a continuous time sinusoidal signal? It is given by A, some general amplitude, A, cos of, you can even take cos or sine, okay? Cos of omega t plus phi, where A is the amplitude, omega, whatever omega is there, this is the angular frequency. You know the unit of angular frequency, it's radians per second, and it is given by 2 pi f. F is the linear frequency in hertz, and phi is the phase shift in radians, what phase angle these signals are having. So that is the phase shift. And the fundamental period of x of t is given by t is equal to 2 pi by omega. That I have taken it from here. This is the equation. Omega is equal to 2 pi f. F is 1 by t. So what it will become? 2 pi by t. So if I take t to the left hand side and omega at the denominator, you will get 2 pi by omega. This is about continuous time sinusoid. Excuse me for a second. Yes, let me continue. So this is about the sinusoidal signal, general expression, and as I have already shown here, how the signal looks like. It is the sinusoidal variations. Now coming to the discrete side, a discrete type of sinusoidal wave. It is given by, similarly, you can see here, a cos of omega n plus phi. But in continuous time, omega notation was like this. Here in discrete time, we use omega like this. Like it looks like your ohm resistance unit. Okay? Omega n, because earlier omega was associated with t because it was continuous time. Here it is getting associated with n, small n, because it is discrete time. And however, the phase remains the same, phase shift. So A is your amplitude, omega is the angular frequency, this phi is the phase angle. Now, there is a little bit difference in case of this periodicity. Okay. Now let's just have a little discussion about this periodicity. Do you know what is the meaning of period? What is the meaning of periodicity? You have heard about this. You have studied physics. You have come across any waveforms. So you know what is the meaning of a period of a wave. Can anybody tell me, or just you can put it in the chat box? What is the meaning of a period? Excuse me. Anybody? I hope you people are listening. What is the meaning of a period? Just now you have seen even in case of, somebody answered specific or particular time. Okay, it was I guess earlier. Anyone? Here if you see the fundamental period of x of t, the signal is given by this. Okay, this statement you have accepted. What do you mean by t? You should know that. You should know that significance of capital T. You should visualize it. If this is your waveform, if I say this is 0, 1, 2, 3, now tell me what is the period of this signal? At least by looking at this, you tell me what is the period. What exactly period means? Anybody? I didn't get any answer even in the chat box. Alternating. Okay. T is 1 by f. I don't want mathematical analysis. T is 1 by f, I know. And the frequency is number of cycles per second. Yes. Shrishti has answered complete of one cycle with respect to time. Okay. Okay, your answer to justify that, Shrishti, you tell me, I have on the screen, I have drawn one waveform, sinusoidal waveform. You tell me what is the period of that waveform. I have marked 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Some general points I have marked. Okay, don't take it very seriously. Just one example I have drawn here. You can see that the signal is repeating. Now tell me what is the period of this signal? Let it be wrong, just try to analyze. Yes, somebody answer. 2. Answer is 2. Let me verify. Yes, it is 2. Because period says the point after which your signal is getting repeated. If you observe the figure which I have drawn here roughly, observe this signal is getting repeated every time, right? And what points I have marked? 0, 1, 2. After 2, again the signal is getting repeated until 4. Then after 4, again it is getting repeated till 6. So, what is the difference? What is the length, duration of this particular signal? It is 2. Hence, the period is 2. One example I have given you. Okay. So, period is, it is that repetition. After what the signal gets repeated. That is the meaning of period. This is about continuous. So, just try to analyze, we will try to analyze a discrete time signal periodicity. Here I have written, you can see it on the screen. For a discrete time sinusoidal signal to be periodic, there is certain condition. The angular frequency omega, it should be a rational multiple of 2 pi. What do you mean by rational? It's a mathematical term, you should know it, just like real number, integer, whole number, irrational. So likewise, a rational number. You should know the meaning of a rational number. Even if you don't know, just please Google it and try to get it. What is the meaning of a rational number? So here, what is the condition? The condition for any discrete time sinusoidal signal to be periodic, the omega value, angular frequency, should be a rational multiple of 2 pi. The meaning of that is, here I have written here. It should be 2 pi because it's multiple of 2 pi. So it should be 2 pi into, this is a rational number, m by n, rational multiple, m divided by n, this ratio. Now where m and n are rational numbers and n indicates the period. This you will get the idea if we take one example. Below I have done one example. We will go through that. Okay, let's take this example. X of n is equal to cos of pi n by 4. This is the given signal. We have to, what we will do is, we will try to draw the signal and then we will try to identify the period. What is the standard equation for this sinusoidal signal? Just now we have seen. The standard signal is this. Cos of omega n plus 5. And what value we got here? The equation. It is this. Means we have cos of, it is actually A cos of omega n plus 5. It is like this. Standard equation for sinusoidal signal in discrete time. Now try to compare this given equation, example, with the standard equation. A value is 1. We don't have any amplitude. Then cos of omega n and phase angle is 0. We don't have any phase angle here in the given equation. So what is omega? Just try to compare. It is pi by 4. Cos of omega n. It is pi by 4. So what we will do, just by comparing the given example equation with the standard sinusoidal signal equation. So this is A is equal to 1 we got, phase is 0. So omega is equal to pi by 4. But just now we have seen the condition for periodicity is, for discrete time, it should be a rational multiple of 2 pi. So what we will do, this omega what we have got, pi by 4. whatever we have got, we will try to represent in this form, 2 pi into something. We have pi by 4. For this, we have to try to represent in this form, 2 pi by into something. Okay, the same pi by 4, we have to write like this. How to write? I am just taking one try. Okay, if I put here, say 1 by 2, what will happen? 2 gets cancelled, you will get pi. But we want pi by 4. So 1 by 2 I can't take. Forget it. Then what I'll do? 2 pi by into. Next time what I'll do? I'll take 1 by 4. I'm taking trial and error. 2 ones are, 2 twos are. I will get pi by 2. But I want pi by 4. That's why what I'll do? For this 2 pi into bracket, I will try to take 1 by 8. Let's see what I will get. 2 ones are, 2 fours are. I will get pi by 4, right? Because after comparing, omega I got it as pi by 4. I want pi by 4, but this pi by 4, I should represent like this. Pi by 4 should be written in this form. So if you try to write pi by 4 in this form, one way is trial and error, just now what I did. Second, what you can do, keep a pi by 4 as it is. Then, as we want 2 pi, just simply multiply by 2 and divide by 2. This seems easier. Okay? Pi by 4 is the omega we got from comparison. As we want in this form, I will multiply by 2 and divide by 2, because both 2 gets cancelled again, we will get pi by 4 as it is. So for this, what I will do, I will try to rearrange it. 2 pi as it is, remaining all terms at one side. Numerator we don't have, so 1 into 1 by 8. So I have represented pi by 4 in this form, rational ratio. Okay. So the condition is satisfied. So what is capital N? Just now here it is mentioned, N indicates the fundamental period. So what is N? Denominator? It is equal to 8. Hence, for this particular given question, cos, your period capital N is equal to 1 by 8. This is the mathematical calculation what we got. We can even do this graphically also. How? We will see. What I have done, you have to do a little bit calculations here. I have not done this. You have to do it. Okay. What you have to do is just go on putting n different values. N is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3. You can see here, I have taken here 0. And if you substitute n is equal to 0, what you will get? Cos of 0, amplitude is 1. So this point indicates 1. Similarly, put n is equal to 1, you will get cos pi by 4. Check what value you get, that amplitude you draw. Okay? I have drawn here already, but what you have to do, you do it. You literally substitute n, say here in the figure you can see up to 10 values I have written. So go on putting n as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 10 and mark all these amplitude values in sinusoidal form. Similarly, on the negative side, if you see I have done here till -7, please try to put all these values and confirm these amplitudes first. I have drawn them, some approximately I have drawn. Please try to confirm those amplitudes first and draw this figure. That is up to you. You have to do this without fail. Okay? Once you draw the signal, now just now as Shrishti said, we have to check for the repeatedness. Okay, after what point the signal gets repeated, you have to check that. So for that, you can take any one point as a reference. Okay, in this particular signal, let me take this 0 as a reference. Okay, I will show you for different reference this n remains the same. What is the amplitude you get? Here it is 1, highest. Now just go on checking for all other points. At what point you are getting this 1 again? Observe here, it is at 8. At 8, amplitude is 1. Hence, between 0 to 8, just count the points. Don't count 0. Okay? Or should you count? How many blocks are there? 6, 8. See the difference. Check 1 point, 2 point, 3 point, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. After this, the 9th block is getting repeated. Hence, the period n is equal to 8. We have done just now mathematically also. The same thing graphically also we have got n as 8. Now I'll show you at taking some other reference point also you get the same thing. Okay, what I'll do, I'll take this as a reference point. Okay, 0. There's no amplitude here, 0. Just try to check at what point you are getting again the 0 amplitude. Now, if you just go on, -1, 0, 1, 2. At 2, you are having amplitude 0. But signal is not repeating after that. So, don't consider this. Again, you go for next points. At 6, you got again 0. Okay. Taking this point as a reference, till this you got, after that the signal gets repeated. Now you count the blocks, the difference, here it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So again n is equal to 8. You take whatever reference point, the difference remains the same. Okay, n, the period, the amount after which the signal gets repeated, that value is equal to 8. I hope you are clear with this. Shall we move to the next type? The next one is exponentially damped signal. We are dealing with the third type of elementary signal. Again, here also we will deal with continuous time and discrete time. Exponentially damped signal is given by, here I am talking about continuous time, first part. Okay. Any observation, anybody? If you just look at this equation, which you can see it on the screen, x of t equals to e to the power of minus a into t multiplied by sine omega t. Any observation you can make. Check the equation, check the title of the signal, you tell me what observation you can make. Very quickly. We are running out of time. Very quickly you should tell me. Any observation you can make. Anybody? Quickly answer me. Observe the equation which is given on the screen. X of t equals to e to the power of minus at into sine omega t. Any observation? or at least check the title and can you just guess it? Just to try, even if it's wrong, we can just have a discussion. Try to answer, try to analyze the equation. You have studied now, just now you have studied regarding the exponential signal and the sinusoidal signal. Check this third one, just try to analyze what it could be. Yes, I got one answer. Amplitude goes on decreasing and off. Okay. From the figure you are telling, just by observing. Srishti, okay, time decreases exponentially with respect to time. Okay. Just observe the equation. Any observation, just any, can you make out anything from it? Excuse me. See, you have studied exponential signal, first elementary. Second one is sinusoidal. We are now dealing with the third one. It is, if you observe the x of t. Yes, I got one more answer. Okay, same. If you observe the given x of t, it is a combination of two signals. First part is your exponential signal. Second part is sinusoidal signal. If you multiply these two, you will get the third type, exponentially damped signal. Got it? So it is a combination of exponential as well as sinusoidal signal. If you multiply these two, you will get the third one. As again, just now you have answered me. As the time increases, amplitude of the oscillation decreases exponential and approaches to zero. You can try this experiment probably at your house. What you can do, you tie a rope at one point. Okay, rope. Okay, जो रस्सी होती है ना, you tie that. You just take a big rope, tie it at one point. The other end you hold it. You just oscillate it. You will get this kind of oscillations. Okay, that too exponentially decreasing as it is getting traveled. As the time increases, the other end it will just amplitude goes on decreasing. Probably this concept you have studied in your sound waves. This is about continuous time. Similarly, we can be having the definition for discrete time exponentially damped signal. It is again the combination of two. See here, this first half, it is the exponential signal. The second half is your sinusoidal signal. Multiply both, you will get this. Now, I have not done here. After this, I should have drawn here, but I did not do. You people do it as a work. Draw discrete time version of this signal. Okay, don't draw like this. Continuity should not be there. What you have to do, just take this, mark the amplitudes like that. Some arrangements from pencil, first you mark out like this, decrease you mark, then after inside that you mark these lines. Okay, so discrete version of this signal you draw it. Please, I did not do that. It is left to you. Please do it. So this is the third type of elementary signal. Now coming to the next type, fourth type of elementary signal, it is unit step signal. Important one, very important. Whenever the signal concepts come, these unit remaining three, whatever elementary signals are there, they are very important. You should be very well with them. The fourth one is unit step. Okay, how it is defined? I think you have studied this in network analysis, network theory. A continuous time, again we are dealing with continuous and discrete. A continuous time unit step signal, it is defined as u of t is equal to, see it is unit step u of t, u indicates unit. So whenever u of t comes wherever, it is indicating that it is a unit step signal, is equal to one, amplitude value is 1 for some time condition. T should be greater than or equal to 0, and the signal is 0 for t less than 0. This is how we define a unit step signal. Remember, unit step, just imagine your step. When you are going through stairs, imagine your step. Okay, it looks like that. See here, there is no signal here. Okay, it is 0 because this is the condition for 0. For t less than 0, amplitude is 0. That's why it is here 0, and there is a step here, rise immediately at 0. That's why the condition is greater or equal to 0. The amplitude is constant, that is 1. So this looks like your staircase. So this is about unit step, continuous time unit step signal. Now coming to the discrete time unit step signal, here I have written sequence. So all these are synonyms, okay? Signal, alternately we use a sequence also sometimes, because anyhow sequence indicates set of values. So even signal has got some set of amplitudes. So alternatively, exchangeably, we can use the terms. So how you define discrete time unit step signal? See, notation remains the same, u only. However, the variable has changed. T is replaced with n. The values are same, either 1 or 0. Instead of a t, I am using it n. Now try to draw this. What you have to do? Draw this vertical and horizontal axis. Mark the horizontal axis as your time variable n, and the vertical axis your u of n, unit step signal. As per the condition, the amplitude is 1 for n greater or equal to also. So at n is equal to 0, mark it. Point is 1. Okay, it's already line is there. 1, 2, 3. Like that, it will continue up to infinity. And what about the negative side? The amplitude specified is 0 for n less than 0. Hence, no value here. On the left hand side, nothing. That's why it looks like this. This is about unit step signal. We have completed 4 elementary signals today. Any doubt anywhere? Please feel free to ask me. Let me just see any doubts are there. Till now we have completed 4 elementary signals. Introductory classes, we saw the significance of a signal, definition of signal, definition of system, generally how a system is defined. Then we went to classification of signals, broader classification. Then we started with elementary signals. We have covered 4 elementary signals, both continuous time and discrete time. So 4 plus 4, 8 signals. So till unit step signal, if you are having any doubt, please ask me. I assume that there are no doubts. So shall I wind up for today? Tomorrow again I will be continuing with the remaining two signals. That is 6 out of 6. We have completed 4. So remaining 2 and some more concepts. Shall we end for today? If no doubts, I will end.